What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Sorry we're late. I'll take all of the blame for that. ADHD is a mental illness that probably isn't real, but I think I suffer from it from time to time. Hey, Marie.
Hey, we're alive.
We're live. Um, to the listeners, whether you're listening live or recorded, no, we didn't get our phone situation straightened up yet, but that's okay because I think the comments are wonderful places for you guys to voice your opinion on our conversation. And tonight, groupie, gold digger, or just a friend. There's been a bunch of different avenues for this conversation, and Marie and I, we kind of talked about it at first, but wanted to see about thoughts. Women, what are y'all doing? What is really going on? Because I feel like you say you want one thing, and then maybe you get it, or you say you want something else and then you get that. I don't know what. Honestly, I'm just very confused because it started with like this alpha conversation. I was thinking about doing it in the alpha direction, and then Marie is a lot better with words sometimes, so she kind of gave us the title tonight. But I think it's going to be a leveled conversation because women, if you're not honest about what it is you want, he's not going to be able to approach you in an authentic way. He's going to be coming sideways. And men, if you're not being honest about who you are, then she's not going to be able to make an assessment of what it is that she's getting. And you're going to have to excuse the minis in the background going crazy because it's summertime and them niggas don't have school in the morning. So they going to be up and we going to be here. So, Marie, groupie gold digger or just a friend, you think there's dude groupies, dude gold diggers, or is this gonna be directed at the women's?
So first of all, absolutely that exists, especially when there's like a disproportionate rate of earners. I definitely think that exists. I know men that only fuck with women that got a certain amount of money, sometimes because they ain't got shit, and then sometimes they just want someone that can match what they're doing, right? So it's like, look, if I buy you a Range Rover, I would like to know that you too can buy me a Range Rover. Like, I definitely think it exists. Because even too, it's like when I think of gold digger, I also think of opportunists, right? So there are people that see what you have, want what you have, or think that they can get something from you. Like I know, like oftentimes people see material things like, oh, I got this, and this, but they had to pay for all that shit, right?
Thanks.
Like it costs money. So in fact, how much everybody thought they had, let's go ahead and subtract that right now. Oh, you like his car? Oh, his car note's $1,500. Oh, you like blah blah blah. Oh, you think he has a big house? His mortgage is $3,000. Um, and even that same thing with women. It's like, okay, yeah, I got this nice. I'm paying for all this shit. I have. Oh, you take such great care of yourself. Yes, I'm in debt up to my ear. You know. It really just everything in life is really about intentions, right? Not action so much, but intentions, right? Actions can always be corrected. Someone can do something, not know something, made a poor decision, didn't have all the information. Even to like when we came with the title, right? And of this, and it stemmed from like a meme or blurb you seen on the internet. And then I kind of read it and I was like, I don't necessarily know. Once you have more information about something, I think it's easier to kind of determine what someone's intentions are or what they wanted to do per se. But I definitely think that this is a male and female conversation. However, I do see a lot of it primarily. I do see a lot more conversations about expectations from men. By like I think honestly, I think it's a triggering conversation. That's what it boils down to. It's not that there's a lot of women posting about it. It's that whenever something like that comes up, it's triggering for women and for men. It's triggering for women from the notion that to some degree she can't have it. We all should have a healthy sense of entitlement. Like, but then there's also an skewed sense of entitlement where it's like, that. That's a lot. You ever get that for yourself? No, I didn't. Huh? That's crazy. And even with men, it's like men want to do who they want to do for. Like I have a very close guy friend that was like married to somebody, and she worked. His next relationship, matter of fact, she worked and went to school, and he was like, "Baby, I don't want you to have to work and go to school. Just focus on school." And we even kind of chuckled today about like when his wife, who he was married to, wanted to go to school. You better go on with that shit. School. If you don't take your ass to work. And this other woman, and then like the woman after the woman he was married to and has kids with, he met this other woman and was like, "Oh, you're doing school and work, baby. I don't want you working so hard. Let's just focus on school, get that out the way. Then once you straight or whatever." And it was like that for some years. So two men also do the things for the woman they want to do the things for.
These are facts, and facts are stubborn things that people don't like to come to grips with. Um, while you were talking, I thought about this that happened in the media. Um, let's see if we got some. There we go. And let's do it like that. And two more clicks and a shake, and we will be watching.
My ex for meeting Chris Brown.
There we go. So this woman, I don't know if y'all seen it. She had a boyfriend, and then after she spent $1,100, she didn't have a boyfriend anymore. Let's watch.
Which meet and greet did you have? This is from Columbus. Oh, Columbus. Yep. Literally after my picture went viral, my boyfriend broke up with me about a week later after arguing because he felt like Chris was too close on me. I'm just like, it's one of the most respectable pictures. It was like I was bending over grabbing my ankles. But I would trade my ex for meeting Chris Brown 100 more times. So definitely really, really right there. Which meet and greet did you have?
All right, you heard it out the horse's mouth. No offense, woman, you're not a horse, but you heard it out of her mouth. She said she'd trade her boyfriend a bunch of more times for a chance for this meet and greet. And there it is. Marie, groupie, gold digger, just a friend, or are we in foreign territory? What are we doing? What are we doing?
I have no idea. I was sharing something. I feel like I kept hearing you repeat. I'm like, what is happening? I think she should be single. I find I don't know. I'm not a fan of the paying to take a picture with Chris Brown kind of thing.
Why?
Why? First of all, why am I paying? Like, if you're an artist, right? I see you out. Oh, they pose all the time for free. Like, no offense. I mean, I think one time, there's I guess you pay for the meet and greet. I've never paid for the meet and greet part. I don't like if I catch your ass in the street, hey. And even sometimes then I catch your shit. I still ain't taking no photo. You still a person, you this and shit just like me. You're not special. You sang a song. Shit, I don't give a fuck what you saying. I'm not finna, and I'm also not finna jeopardize my relationship. No offense, and I get it. And the thing about it is, she's looking at it as innocent, but some bitches can actually pull a Chris Brown. Some everyday regular bitches can pull a Chris Brown. So you might just like you tripping or whatever. Meanwhile, these are the same women that will they'll be like, oh, I'll spend the night. Like, 'cause I think one time was like a Dooney. It was like a Burka bag or a night with Drake. And some women were like, the night with Drake, what the fuck is a night with Drake finna do for me? Give me that goddamn bag. Like, why would I? Well, I mean, it's just one night. That's another reason why Drake won't be fucking me. One night. So basically, I'm gonna be a one night stand, but I could have a $50,000 bag. Yeah, I'm don't run me that bag, baby. We're not.
Facts on facts. That's definitely the same conversation. Would you rather a significant amount of money or dinner with Jay-Z, dinner with Beyonce? Would you rather $500,000 or go on a date with Angel Reese. Like, these conversations are very silly because if you are choosing the person over the money, then well, I think maybe you need some friends in your life because you are missing the
You
point
could
of
not
the
really
post.
very honest with yourself. Like,
No, some people
or
pay
you
for.
live in Delulu. Like, what would make you think that fucking some celebrity, so now you can say you got fucked by and I have to say, like, because that's how vulgar and dumb it sounds. Yes,
Absolutely.
I got fucked by a celebrity. You know how many people he fucks? Or
Yeah.
could, or how many women you like, oh, so he, damn, no. Run me my damn, like, do you know after I pawned this bag or resold it? Because I mean, I'm not wearing no $50,000 bag either. It just doesn't make sense to me either. You know what I'm saying? But even too, even with Jay-Z, like, first of all, most business people I know don't really like to talk business. Like, when I get around some of my more, like, my friends, or we came up in the trenches, yeah, we discussed the shit. So I made this decision, did this move, what you think of blah, 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 blah. But the people that I know, like my friends that are millionaires, they don't ever really talk about money. Like, it's not a public.
When they're off, they're off. And honestly, if you don't know how to enjoy your time, then niggas is not trying to be around
Yeah,
you.
they're not trying to really have that conversation. So you think, and even too, if someone invited me to dinner, what would make you think I want to spend my dinner dropping gems with your ass? I don't even really know you. I only know you finna utilize this. In fact, I'm fucking tired. And here's the thing too about a lot of plays. It takes money to make money. So I could give you a lot of knowledge, but without the right resources and backing, even people think about people with money go ask other people with money. They're like, can I get some of your money? Because I got to do this thing. I get these other investors. So these people are millionaires, billionaires. And they like, but hey, can you give me some money to do this thing? So they're not even really fully using their money, but they have the backing, the credibility, you know what I'm saying, the whatever. People. So again, girl, get the $1,000 in food stamps. Do not go out with Jay-Z.
There, that no shit.
Not go out
I
with
think
Jay-Z.
that
Get the food stamps.
absolutely. But so to at least to the point of groupies, gold diggers, just a friend. This woman, she had a boyfriend, right? Maybe her boyfriend even paid for the ticket. Like, eesh, how unfortunate for him. But how fortunate that he was able to find out, and it not have been that she was fucking him. Like, this is definitely not a bad picture when you think about this being, some of the pictures that
I mean,
went
his voice still smashed against her ass, so we're just gonna call it what it is. Like, that's how that's a cuddle mode. Like, you just said.
Oh yeah.
Or like he over there, like she finna go to the ATM. The way he leaned on her, she finna.
To the new people in the room, I don't know if y'all have seen this or not, but fan appreciation groupie. I don't know. She spent $1,100.
But I'm just not spending $1,100 for a person.
Oh, wait, hold up. Go ahead.
I'm like, I'm just not spending no $1,100 for like like to meet a person that pisses and shits like me. Now maybe an alien or something. That like, oh, an alien, only $1,100. What a fucking steal of a deal when billionaires are spending millions and billions to go out into space and shit. You mean you brought one here for $1,100?
$1,100.
Okay, hell, maybe the alien want to see me. I don't know. But at no point am I Chris Brown, Idris Elba. Like, I could think of all the men that women are like, oh my god, like,
Lusting
I ain't
over.
got that shit. Hell, you rich. I mean, I think even like, we spent a lot of money on Beyonce's tickets, and the fact that initially there was like a dress code, so everyone needs to wear. Whoa, 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 whoa! Bitch, you know how much we spend on these tickets? Now you gonna wear what we say you can. Don't tell me to wear.
I think you have a good point. People are self-inflicted wounds are gonna hurt the worst. That's gonna be part of my ideology until somebody proves me wrong. But in real time, people are doing it to themselves. Not only did you pay for the ticket, but you paid for this experience. Maybe you knew you were going to go viral. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you thought you could go viral. I think that he's been doing the fan pictures for a little while. So, people are going to see the pictures. And then from there, some people do need to be single because they're just not in the right headspace to be with someone. So now it's like, I can't find this Facebook conversation where it's really eating me, but it said something along the lines of, if you're going to be my man's side piece, there's some rules you need to follow. And essentially she was saying that she only wanted a man because she needs a man, not because she wants him. So the side piece has to do all the things that she doesn't want to do so that he's not worried about what she's doing, so that he can take care of all the things that he's supposed to take care of. And it brought me to this conversation that I saw on Facebook. So I don't know if you guys have seen it. Some of y'all are actually on Facebook right now, but this chick, she lives in an apartment complex or somewhere close to this guy, and she needed help with her groceries. And he said, nah, shawty. She, oh, you're muted. Why are you muted?
I ain't want no problems. I don't know what happened earlier. And I was moving something. I was gonna say, mind you, I want you to keep in mind she needed help carrying in the groceries, not buying the groceries. I think that we have to add some context that did kind of change the I guess the context for me. Like it changed how I seen it.
Most definitely. So she needs help with the groceries to bring them inside. Look, the dude, he says, this is why you need a man. So then she, it seems playfully, is like, well, maybe you can help me right quick. So now he gets a chance to say, well, be big and bad. Like, I was trying to talk to you before, but not no more. You didn't want to talk to me then. And then karma or something, act of God or bad energy floating around them, I don't know, but she drops the water. And then he gets to have another dig and says that she needs to call her baby daddy. So it's like when the dude's like, hey girl, hey, and he's talking to you and you don't stop because you're not talking to me like that. And then he's like, bitch.
And who you? Yeah. Fuck you then, bitch.
Right. Like, hold up. I thought she was just trying to talk to me. Was she not trying to talk to me? What happened? But nah, niggas, some don't want anything more than just waste your time. So maybe she was trying to skip that, right? She's trying to skip the time wasting. She's trying to skip, a person who's not really trying to do anything for her. Because if she is a single mom, then I think a lot of moms single moms, that is, are thinking about the things that they have to do. And if you're about to be a energy user of my time and not bringing anything to my table, then maybe I don't waste the time on you, because it seems playful, Marie. It seems like she's like, well, can you help me right quick? Because he says, when you need a man. So then can you help me right quick? So then he goes, nah. Like, what? I have a disconnect and I don't understand what it is. Like, did he not want to talk to her? Did he just want a chance to be like, yeah, fuck you? Because
I feel like that's
I've seen that happen in real time. I've seen that happen in real life. So is that what that was?
I think that's exactly what it was to me. It doesn't make sense because even too, so something like that. Now, initially, when I first had heard about it before reading it, I thought he was like, she asked him to pay a bill, like pay for her groceries. Then I'm like, yeah, you can't really be friends on no man they want to help, but help with my groceries, like that's just human fucking decency. If I see an old lady or I see somebody struggling, what I'm going to offer to help. I don't give a fuck what. Hell, if it would seem like, look, if a man was watching his kid and the kid was running and doing it, I might offer to help too, just because I see that right now you're in a vulnerable situation, right? I see this. And then if I'm like genuinely fuck with you, let's say I really like you. if I really genuinely like you, I just want you to be good. Why should I like, girl? Like, look, this ain't shit. Cause really, helping the groceries that ain't shit. So honestly, if a nigga acting like, cause I helped you with your groceries, I gotta be your man. This motherfucker gonna shit. He been about you some Chipotle and felt like you owed him some pussy. Like,
Very
bitch,
true.
let you put guacamole on that shit? Nah. What's up? What's up, sir? It was a bowl. It was a bowl. Matter of fact, it was a buy one get one on Uber Eats, sir. Like, what are you talking about? But to me, it's just like sometimes the catch is too. A lot of people aren't good people. And I say that across board, men and women, right? So sometimes they'll do the most basic thing and act like they moved a mountain for you. Like, you know, I took you to the airport. You took me to the airport in my car. Yeah, but I took the time.
Oh.
You don't ever say no shit like that again. But it lets you know, like, if they think that some of the stuff that is bare minimum is you're like you're asking a lot or too much, that kind of already gives you like a like a notion of what to expect moving forward. You know what I mean? So that being said, you think carrying in some groceries because you see my son finna get hit by a motherfucking car is like you're mad you got rejected. And honestly, your spirit already tells me that like I probably made the right decision. I'm still finna carry this shit in or whatever. But I feel like I made a good choice at the end of the day, like because you're probably not a nice guy. Like it's almost like a fake nice guy. You know what I'm saying? Like those, like, well, because I would have helped with your groceries and blah. But you don't. Let me guess. She wants a thug. She wants a street nigga. Like, is that what it is? That's why she didn't want you and your grocery help that you were going to offer her, and now she needs to call her baby daddy. Boy, fuck you. Fuck you very much.
Fuck you very much. Absolutely. Yeah, I wanted to, not that I wanted to laugh. I did laugh because that's funny. The whole situation was funny to me that he got to get his fuck you bitch off and then the water. Like I'm a very dark humored type of person, but upon further thought, like it just was really reminiscent of the nigga who wants to holler and then doesn't get a chance and then it's like fuck you. And it took a long time for the fuck you to happen, but it still happened. Like some dudes really wait around to say fuck you. So then it's like, well, is
Oh,
it
they can't
wrong
wait
for
to
the
catch you
woman?
slipping or that opportunity.
Say again.
They can't wait to catch you slipping or that opportunity.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's the people who like to say I told you so. But when it's niggas who say that they want you for something more than, conversation, general
I really
pleasantries,
like you. I want to get to know you, but you're not even a nice person regularly. So you're not a nice person without you thinking you're going to benefit from the situation, which is transactional. And I get that we operate in a scarce society and kind deeds, it's like far and few, or maybe going back to too. You know, we talked about how some men just don't want to do certain things because they've been taken advantage of. But in general, if I'm a decent person, like I hold the door open all the time for anyone. I will fucking stand there too. If you like, you're not far, but you close, but you're not far, I'm still gonna hold the door. You could be a man or a woman. I don't give a fuck. And guess what? I'm not waiting for a thank you. I don't need one. I get it's courtesy. It's a kind gesture, and I'm gonna be okay. And if you don't never say thank you, I'm still gonna be fucking okay. Like there's nothing I'm losing from I might have lost a few seconds though. Or someone else got in the line at 7-Eleven. Now I gotta wait a little longer. But overall, I'm not missing out on anything. So this idea of doing things that don't even cost us anything. Like honestly, for me, it's the gesture of like, you wanted me to be good, whether I'm fucking with you or not. That actually would have like, he's so sweet, he went and did blah, 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 and then I'm gonna warm up to this fucking stranger in my apartment complex who I don't know. And then that's weird too, just as a woman, like, I would think that it'd be very critical that if you date someone in your complex that you take the time to really get to know them, because it's like shitting where you sleep for real.
Absolutely. You don't want to shit
like fucking somebody at work or something. Like, so now what? So I would think because even to imagine, like, so they talk or whatever, maybe he brings his fake, persona or whatever. They end up fucking around and he be seeing her old stupid. Like he really gives off the type of man that would say some mean things after the fact. Because he already did. Like, I gave up on you last time. Like, damn, last time, first of all you were saying was hi,
All
motherfucker.
you said was hi, motherfucker. Facts, man. Facts. But I mean, again, some dudes I think are mad at what they thought could have happened. You know, they do what they say that we do. They get stuck in Delulu land. And then inside of Delulu land, you know, they done had this whole picture of what they thought was going to be with her, and she doesn't have kids. And then he finds out she does have kids, and now he's all mad because it's not what he wanted, you know. So now he's going to have to bend or just be really angry. And, you know, I wonder why the option of just moving on with your life doesn't pop up for these niggas. But
But
I
it's
was
a
on
certain
Twitter.
kind of nigga that thinks like that though too. So like, understand, you low key a psychopath. A lot of men are like, oh, she's not interested and moves on. Like, I have men that invite me on trips all the time, and I'll be honest with you, going on a trip with a man I've never had sex with or been intimately involved seems weird as fuck to me. So I'm a forever no. A no, a dodgy that question. I don't. It just seems weird. It feels like, what if I get there and like I'm still not feeling you in that way? Like, you know, like, one, I don't want you. I don't want to be the terrible woman that like took this bitch on a trip, and then, you know what I'm saying, at this, you know what I'm saying, like, it could go down or absolutely could not. But I also feel like you do feel like you done spent this kind of money. There's something that, like, I should get something. I'm not leaving here without something. And I've even had that. Well, I'll just get another. I'll get you a separate room. Yeah, the shit just sounds like not a good idea. Like, unless we've actually really been involved like that, I'm not going anywhere so you can abandon me somewhere. Once I'm myself, because I'm myself all the time and I can't pretend to be something or feel something I fucking don't. Okay.
Absolutely.
That be in a relationship, not just going on a trip if it was like real.
No, that's real. I mean, in real time, this chick went on a trip with her boyfriend, and she's missing, you know, for a few years. What's her name? Gabby Petito. And this is the white girl. On my Twitter, one of my Twitter friends, Lonnie, it was her birthday the other night. She made me think about you. Your birthday's coming up. And she gave a dude her number, and this nigga then called her 7 times and bazillion texted her before she even got home. And what you said about some of these niggas is psycho is real. Some of these niggas are psycho, and some women can see past it. They can kind of skip the harassment, you know. Not Lonnie, because she gave
Like,
him the number, but you know.
like, yeah, I'm not gonna be on CNN or something like that. And then I think at the end of the day, like, no one, you don't owe anyone anything. But it's just how people operate, how people think, and people will hurt you. They feel like you're there, or if they feel like their kindness has been taken for weeks. If you're not genuinely a nice guy and you're going out of your way, understand, like, this is frustrating. Being really nice like this is killing you on the inside. Like, in his head, he's like, you dumb bitch, trying to smile his way through, like, but he wants to choke you out. He does. He's faking being nice to you. This shit is starting to get old. He's done this, and this, and this. Matter of fact, you feel like at a certain point, you're really just fucking with him. You're really just fucking with him. Now he needs to get you back, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, it is what it is. And I'm sure in some instances, I mean, men do that to women a lot too. String them along, knowing like, hey, bitch, you're really just a placeholder. Maybe I'm not using you for money. Maybe I'm just using you to like soothe my oats and kind of feel in at this moment because you're not the woman for me. I already know you're not the woman for me. Knew you wasn't the woman. I actually want to get married one day. Not to you. However, I enjoy the time I spend with you. You're a solid person. So I definitely want to be around solid bitches, you know, good women. Oh, you got a great job. Oh, great personality. You're funny. You got some money. Of course. Why wouldn't I want you to be my companion for now? Until I figure out how I'm gonna get the woman I really want. When she comes along, a lot of that stuff you were begging me to do, I'm gonna do it first, just in the very beginning. Like, she ain't even gotta ask. I won't do. But I mean, we see this, and I guess I'm saying is we see this in different perils, whether it's men or women. It exists. I think that it can really damage people. Because even too, to some degree, like, here's the catch. No matter how much you know, like, because we can, like, the red flags are there, they're always going to blame the person that took advantage of them. even though they allowed themselves to be taken advantage of to some degree. Because there is some onus and ownership there. Like, I fucking seen that shit, but I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be like this. I wanted this. Hopeful, which hope is not strategy. I was hoping that, if I did this, or even too, like those people that think that they can buy your affection. Like, for me, I always tell people, like, my love language is gifts, right? But I actually gotta like your ass.
Yeah, you can't just be giving me shit, and I don't.
So you can buy me all the things. It's not gonna make me like you more. And I've experienced that. I was like, okay, they did this, they did that, they did this, they did that. I think one time I had to end a talking stage, but I actually had to buy him a gift to compensate for some of the things he had done for me, just because I'm like, this man gonna kill me. So you said you want to what, Jordans? Why hadn't you bought them for yourself? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. And the funny part is he thought it was the most amazing thing ever. And I'm like, yeah, but we're done here. I'm getting off now. Yeah, I gotta go. I don't want you to think I took advantage of you. I dated you. You did some nice things for me. We got to a point I realized that I didn't like you in that way. I couldn't see myself moving forward. And what it was that he didn't love himself enough. Like, it wasn't just like he did nice things for me. He was just filling himself everywhere, doing everything for everybody. And you could tell how someone like that could be resentful, always feel like people are taking advantage of him. But it's like, it's really that you don't have healthy boundaries. And I can't be with somebody that doesn't have healthy boundaries across the board. So we can be cool, we can be friends, but I don't. Here's a parting gift.
Not a parting gift. No, definitely. Thank you for the time. We had some good memories, and let's go our separate ways
because dating is about experience. Like, I'm dating you to get to know you, to decide if I want to go further. That's why I have these trips and all these things, which sounds cool, like a millennial speak. Like, yeah, let's just catch a flight and you can tell me your favorite color and shit. That's also how you get fucking murdered. And then I'm sure there's some situations where it turned out great, like, oh, it's great, it's everything. I have male and female friends that are platonic that I've met on social media, and we've hung out in real life, and they've been amazing. But dating someone, like, the thought of, like, I'm going to just, I met you, or there's that, or like dating my neighbor or whatever. But overall, I feel like there's men and women that are both gold diggers, opportunists, people that are users, people that are looking to take advantage of people that are looking to receive love but have no intentions of giving it because they're still damaged from when they got hurt in 7th grade. There's a variety of, like, men and women out there like that. But I think that being an overall good person would have been helping with those groceries. Like, let me just help. Like, I see your son, or like, I actually see you struggling, like, as a human being, not as someone that I want to fuck. Like, I can't fuck you. Yeah, you have to go to the water yourself. Call your baby daddy. You gave him some pussy. It wasn't me. Yeah, I wasn't good enough. Yeah.
Yeah, that's we got to make conscious decisions about the time that we're spending with these people, and then what all we're going to get out of it. I don't know if he could have just said no and then, kept it moving. It's the additional digs for me.
Yeah, the additional shit talking. He like, bitch, that's why you alone. And he like, sir,
you gonna die with your cats. Like, hold up. But
all I said was that I'm struggling being a mom right now, and I don't know if I can be because even too, the funny part is she was a disorganized woman. Let's say too, she's trying to be with me. She can't even keep up with her son. It was like he gonna find something.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be something that rubs. And that's what I'm saying. Some of these things get stuck in Delulu land of what they thought was about to happen for who they thought she was. And they find out, it's little Timmy, little Ray, little Jessica, around there, and now his little fantasy is come crashing to a halt. But maybe this isn't why you don't get yourself flued out.
So this is the girl missing?
No, this is a different chick.
Oh, look, I'm like, she got flued out.
All right, y'all. So I'm coming.
I don't ever be going with the flued outs.
No, you don't. You don't need to be getting flued out, because it might just be your mouth that gets you missing somewhere.
All right, y'all. So I'm coming. I flew to Miami. Y'all saw that, to meet someone for the first time. I met them on TikTok, and I'm a little nervous. And I think I'm about to go inside right now to meet them. So let's go. I think. There you go. Hey. Hey. You okay? Yeah. Kind of short person. Yeah. You kind of not tall in person.
Yeah. I'm pretty tall. Well, I'm really concerned.
So is she?
Do you do hugs?
You look clean enough.
I mean, he's still taller than her.
Taller than her. She looks clean enough. And I'm sorry, meeting people on the internet that you aren't. I just feel like maybe we came up in a time where they said stranger danger. You know, it's a real thing. And I know we got Uber.
How long did they meet before they just met in person? I have met men that I have met on the internet, but it'd be like 2 years of talking
before you go out and meet them.
Yeah, or even before we even said like let's meet or something. Like I have an idea of who to some degree, but even too, I can meet you at the fucking grocery store. It's not totally different, but just the idea. But catching flights and shit, like. But I also ain't catching no flight for no man I met on the internet. We met up with platonic friends or we've gone places, but I've never I'm gonna catch a flight and be at your house.
That's funny.
Well, you're welcome to do a day trip here. We have dinner and then I'll just see what the energy like, and then we can go from there if we need to make other plans.
That's safe for you. But then men would be like, well,
I don't like that either. I've had that be a problem. Like, yeah, well, how about I just pay for you and your kids and blah, blah, blah. And it actually sounds like a lot of money that you're going to be expecting a lot of pussy that you may not get, because I'm definitely an energy person, which means I just can't fake it just because or do things. So, yeah, but no, you would think that something that simple as you get a hotel for one night, fly in for the day, do a day trip, and hey, we hang out. If we hit it off, we move forward. If we don't, we don't. Like that seems real simple, but it's not.
No, I think the vetting process is something that's missing from the dating process. People feel like they know somebody because they're online all day, because they're talking to them online, but that's just one aspect of their life. And yeah, there are people who only exist online. I'm not talking about them, but I am talking about them because those people will read what you post and think that you're in a fucked up situation.
Yeah.
And they'll use it. And a lot of y'all, 48 laws of power niggas, a lot of y'all talk too much, right? And Maria, I was laughing because I saw a post that you said the other day, and it was like, just because I posted it doesn't mean that I'm not in a relationship, or it was something along the lines of that.
I'm going through that shit. Like my shit A1. Fuck you mean? I don't share my actual personal life in real time. Y'all gonna catch some old stories about what happened.
Or I felt it, but not that it was reflective of my
life. I had, like, you talk to your friends, your girl, you're like, oh, or sometimes I even send my girl like, this was you, or we send each other like, hey, that ain't funny. It's funny because it really it ain't funny though, bitch. Don't ever say that.
It's still a little sore. Too soon sometimes.
Or it's relevant to something you're talking about. Like even with this conversation, the groupie gold digger thing. The reason why I wanted to be is because we see so much of that like stuff on the internet, and it's so triggering for men and women. It's men feeling like you have these high expectations of me. It's women feeling like you don't think I'm deserving. And so to some degree, it's kind of like being able to, like, I think it can be addressed, but addressed in a way where it's like, it's not to put anyone down. Really, it's more just some common sense things like, hey, that's not, and that has nothing to do with, like you said, to me, the grocery thing, that really had less to do with her not being interested and more to do with his ego and just taking an opportunity to take cheap shots at her.
Yes.
Me, because even too, that's exactly what, so I think, one time some conversation came up once and somebody was describing a friend. And but it was a friend of the opposite sex, but they're like really frustrated because this person talking about their life, what they have going on, this, that, dating. You mean your friend is your friend? But I mean, are you trying to fuck your homeboys? And that what y'all like? You talk about your life, the stuff you have going on. You know, if you're really close, I realize men keep a lot in, but then simultaneously they do have like their circles, whether it's a relative or whatever, where people that they do ask questions. And if they're not, that's a problem too. It's okay to seek. It's okay to get other perspectives when you make a decision. It's okay to look for advice or even mentorship if someone's already experienced something. There's no reason to reinvent the wheel and struggle. I have to say that, preference that way, because remember, like, I don't be talking about that shit. Well, friends talk about things like that with friends, and no, they don't have sex. And yes, they talk about people of the opposite sex because that's the kind of people that they're attracted to, people of the opposite sex, and you're just a friend.
So you're saying that platonic friendships are real? Men and women can be friends without it having to go there, Marie? What are you really saying that?
When they're unattractive, it works. When you really know them, you're like, oh hell no, not the shit I know about you. We could never. But very attractive man. Well, I don't know how he be getting them, but then you're like, okay, I kind of know, but I'm cool.
I'm cool. Yeah, no, in real time I've had some friends, and the women's of the friends were very territorial, and it's like, okay, trust me, if you knew what I knew, maybe you'd be on this side of the fence and not on that side of the fence. But you like him, so if you like it, I love it.
Yeah, like if you really knew what I know, and then sometimes it's not even. I don't know how women be like kind of weird. The irony is, it's only like if I meet the spouse first, so typically the women are actually okay. If I meet them both as a couple, sometimes the women can be weird, and I guess it's like I don't really know you that well personally or something. I don't know. I can't really put my finger on it because I don't encounter it, but more recently something like a weird thing occurred where it's like, okay, what was that? I was watching her eyes, watching him. It was just like this thing like, what's happening? Okay, so I'm just not gonna speak to your man no more. When I see y'all out, we used to all speak. I'm just only speak to you because I don't know what the looks at him was about or anything like that. But I typically, if a man just a friend, I don't want your ass. I'm very. I hate to say this, but for me personally, I'm a get what I want kind of girl. So I'm not waiting around on shit I want. So that being said, I'm not playing friends with some guy that I'm actually romantically interested in at all. It's just not who I am. Like it's not even. Can be a little insatiable. It's just not part of my personality. I won't be waiting. You need to know I like you, and not that I'm be that aggressive, but I'm not gonna pretend like, nah, I actually like you as not a friend. Not a friend. Yeah, like a boyfriend maybe. But I couldn't just be like, we're just friends, and I'm like secretly in love with you. Hell nah. But we could just be strangers, and I could be secretly in love with you. Like I just be seeing him, and he just the way he orders his coffee. No joking. But you know what? It made me think about something you have said: is social media. Going back to the social media thing, I found that because I am very vocal on social media, I share a lot. That men think they really know me, and they do know some things about me, but they only know little things. Where I find that men don't share as much. So to me, they're literally like this clueless. I'm completely. I know I cannot tell you anything about this man from his favorite color, like nothing, because they're not sharing anything. And then they're so concerned as to how like you're just not equally interested, and you're like, I know nothing about you at all, at all. Like then it's like, well, what you want to know? And then they like, did you? I think I had one time I said that to a man, and he literally like sent me an essay. But it was like, but that's not how it works, baby. Like
he said, all right, I'm gonna answer all your questions. They give me the pussy.
Yeah, it was like, but now can I buy you a plane ticket? But now can we buy like that's not how it works. Like it's a natural thing, not you just trying to give me what else do you want to know? Is there anything else you need? But I find it so very often that there's someone like, I don't know nothing about you. Hell, even maybe I want to return the gesture, but I don't know shit about you to return any kind of gesture you did. Like, what do you like? Oh, I like plants or flowers. I just know you like me, and you can't have me. So I don't know, Mr. Sir. But the person I really am though is the type of woman that I reciprocate. So if a man does something for me and I'm interested in him or I like him, I look for ways that like
Try to
there's
find
things,
out. Yeah.
yeah, or even till you look for ways to add value. What is he like, or this or that? Like I'm paying attention to cues or things like that. But like on somebody from social media, I don't know nothing about you, Nick.
And if you're not out there trying to tell people about you, then you kind of self-inflicted wounded yourself. You put yourself in the friend zone, not sharing anything about you to make me want to learn more about you.
Yeah, you weren't interested too, because I mean, some of that matters. Like, oh, they telling you a thing, like, oh. How about one time I had this man talking to me about infectious diseases, because it was something he worked on before he when got his doctorate. When I tell you, I was just really and blah blah. And like he's telling like, and then their eyes would like this blood. I'm like, there was blood coming out of their eyes. Oh, this in my head. This man knows some shit. So interesting. Tell me more. Tell me more. Like
us from the blood.
that's my girl. I love him. I don't know shit about this man. I've known.
He liked that shit though. I guarantee it. He liked it because my live on Wednesday with Dr. Winters, it's the dynamic for me, right? He's a lot older. He's got children that are older than me, but in real time, he kind of gives me this male female dynamic that's missing. The nigga who's not trying to fuck at all. Like
they add value. They be adding value. They do.
Yes, he does. I love my conversations with him because he's so real about how men and female can work together or work against each other. And when I say that niggas don't know us, you know what we want you to know. And then some of y'all do know more because you're in our circles, you're in our environment, we're around you, we want to be around you, right? And then everybody else just kind of, they have their perception of, and then from there it's like y'all are in love with, I don't even know what the fuck it is, but
you romanticize. You made up some shit about me that you think you right, and you couldn't be. And when I think it also goes back to what you were saying about women knowing what they want or whatever. But a lot of shit couldn't be further from the truth. I think there was even go where you going. I want to take it somewhere, and I want to take it somewhere that's going to be off-putting.
I think that when you allow your fantasy to get in the way of reality, we start having these uncomfortable conversations, these disagreements, right? I like to all be having the same conversation, so if you're being friendly, then I'm thinking that we're being friendly. If you're doing things that make me think that you're interested, asking certain questions, being around me when I'm around in these areas, now I'm gonna, my little antennas are up. And from there, what do I want to do with this information? Maybe I don't like you. Maybe I don't want to be around you. Maybe I do like you. And look, y'all, I don't mean me. I'm just talking about just a random woman who might feel like this, because some of y'all don't feel like me. Some of y'all want a man to not be manly. You just want the illusion of a man. You want a bunch of men, but you don't want to say that out loud. You want a man to take care of the bills, a man to take you on trips, a man to help you with the housework. You want to build a bear. What do you say?
At me next time. I'm like, at me next time. Like,
that's where we gotta go though. But go ahead.
So what I was gonna say is that I think there's everything is really about balance, right? So I think I mentioned earlier to you, like I really love when a man works. But I don't want a man that's like a workaholic and he's not organized or he's not prioritizing. Like if a man, let's say that I want him to be earning to the best of his abilities based off of whatever his skill set is. So that being said, I don't want no man that's like working his finger to the bone. And not to say that a man can't do that, because that's supposed to apparently provider is very manly. But as a woman that is, a decent earner, I wouldn't want, like, if my man was like pulling really ridiculous hours, like, you know, he working 16-hour days or something like that. I wouldn't like that for him. Like, even when I worked, work multiple jobs, I worked them simultaneously. My day might have stretched maybe 10 hours, every blue moon 12, but it wasn't like I didn't pull a 16-hour shift. It was all like a simultaneous. There was also some gaps or breaks in between that day, but it was never just yeah, da, 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 da. And I couldn't imagine a man doing like manual labor, physical labor, something like that, or even sometimes too, things can be mentally taxing. I wouldn't want that for my man. And as a woman that, you know, I am a decent earner, I would want to help with like the load. I wouldn't feel like it was necessary for my man to pay for all these things, cover all this, do all that. And I wouldn't want him to feel like he's overwhelmed or burdened with this task and like basically putting himself in an early grave. And then I know that to some degree that may not necessarily sound maybe it sounds masculine on my behalf to offer that or to say that. But at the same time, like, why would I want someone I care about or love, like, working their ass off like that, like burnt out? And you see that shit. Like, why would I want that for my man? Like, I'm saying I love this person, I value. Hell, if you my partner, I'm trying to keep you in the partnership. Shit, you can't die on me early, sir. Like, what are we doing? But you know, you'll hear a lot of rhetoric. You'll even hear from like, you work, what you doing? Like, you won't hear, I'm gonna be wondering what your career is. Do you like what you do? All these things, but then simultaneously, is there some balance to what you do? Like, do you got time for you in there too? Are you able to take care of you and then also maybe show up in this relationship?
I like that because in real time on the channel that I used to be campaigning for, right, echoing, he was all like, married men are angry and sad and die earlier because the women are very selfish about this partnership that you're talking about. And I don't know that I believe that as much as I get it. There are some very selfish women out here who do want to take, but I'm not like that. You're not like that. And in real time, I feel like in my own life, I've tried to add value, like you said, you know, whether it's additional money or additional time, doing something that'll help your life out.
Yeah.
Right. So then, you know, if it's not women taking as much as maybe the role of the man is just harder on them. I don't know what it's like to be a man. You know, I don't do any masculine jobs.
It sounds like it's a lot of work. Y'all be having to lift shit, open drawers, take out trash. Because I will be honest with you, there are a lot of tasks I designate like more man-like tasks. Even the other day, me and my daughter did one of the man-like tasks, and we're like, huh, it only took us 15 minutes. But I was like, do you mean we could have been done this? This is me, my 19-year-old. Could have done this all. I was like, yeah, but I think it's better when we get your dad to do it.
See, I mean, that's how I grew up, though. My parents definitely had gender role tasks specified for us. Not that they didn't want me to know how to do it, or not that they didn't want him to know how to do it, but no, I mean, there are gender roles, and you can choose to do more.
Reason though, too, because sometimes I'm not that strong. I'm not sexist, but I'm just not that motherfucking strong. So no, I watched something that took me a significant amount of time, and then I watched a man do it, and it was just so effortless for him. Like, I felt like it was even something I was taking a tree apart. I wasn't really taking the tree apart. I was actually lifting the tree to add the skirt. Do you know that when I lifted, apparently the tree wasn't snapped in place, so then it separated. It was like one of those like 6'7" trees or whatever. When I tell you my whole arm was about to break in half trying to hold the thing, then the balls flying everywhere. And it was like I was at my my ex-husband's mom's house. And my ex-husband was like, what the fuck? What is happening? And I'm like, help me. Like, and then he just
effortlessly.
You son of a bitch. Like, how are you strong like that? Like, I don't even see you work out, sir. I ain't never seen, like, why are you just like strong? I don't like, I'm jealous. Like, how is you I don't want to be strong. But like, wow, why are men like strong for no reason sometimes? Like, it has to be.
We gotta open jars that we can't open and do the things. That actually happened today, Marie. I was burning shit outside, and I didn't do it the right way, but I did get it done. You know, I did burn the things that needed to be burned, but he had to move the barrel. And when I say you had to move the barrel, I mean this nigga picked up the barrel that had the burning shit. It was burning, and he picks it up, and he's like, he moved it a significant amount of fucking feet. And I'm like, yo, what if not only would I have not tried to lift up a burning barrel, but
Do you know
what
the
is
fear?
going on? And he just kind of lifted it up and moved it over there. He's like, you want it right here? I'm like, I just don't want you to die. Like, I mean, I wanted it to be moved. I thought she would wait for the fire to go out. You didn't. For whatever reason, today is the day that you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna just do it right now. Today was the right now day.
Yes.
And
Yes, who ain't cutting the grass? You right? I'll go in there and make you a sandwich, baby. What kind of sandwich you want? You want to cut in half? You want a sub sandwich? You want a one? How do you want? How would you like your sandwich? You want to wrap? What are you doing, baby? What do you want to go for? You want fresh lemonade? Do you want an Arnold Palmer, a Sunjoy? How would you like for me? Because I'm gonna do it. You want some homemade potato chips? Maybe you ain't never seen. Like I might go all out and shit, old ignorant ass, because I ain't going out there to mow no damn lawn, and I've mowed a lawn. Because I was the only child at one point in my parents' house. And I've mowed a lawn. I've rotilled. I've done some things where I just was like, if I had a brother, if I wasn't my dad only kid, nobody would be asking me to do this shit. Where the landscapers at? What happened? What day do they come on again? I'm like, I'm out here slaving. And I know my white stepmom did not appreciate it because you're treating me like a slave.
Go ahead, Marie. Stop. No, this is real. That grass will fucking make a man out of you if you let it.
Listen, put some hair on your chest. That's some real shit.
It is. I won't do that shit no more. I didn't want
really. Unless I get a rider lawnmower, like, cause I be wrong.
Oh yeah, if it's a riding lawnmower, that's different. But not.
Be out there, ain't even shit to cut. I'm just bending blocks. Man, we don't get the fuck off this lawnmower. Don't get off this John Deere. My bad, baby.
Wasting gas.
Yeah, I'm over here playing and shit. Just give me a golf cart and keep me busy or something. But absolutely not. Oh yeah, she like, okay, with the cold sweet tea.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, she is all sorts of.
Yes, baby. What do you need? Matter of fact, I'm making some fresh sourdough bread for your sandwich. I'm making it myself. Make some home. I'm Nora. What girl? I'll make you whatever you like, baby. I think that stuff's like a game changer when a man does that kind of shit. That shit is so attractive, or even just like it could be anything. One time I was like in Chicago and my car was snowed in. Do you know this woman's husband seen me from his window in his house? I'm like, I know she should love her husband. He literally came out and shoveled the snow from under my car and get this, would not let me help.
Oh.
No, you just get back in the car. I got this. Like. Then mind you, and so this even goes back to the grocery thing. This is another woman's husband. He was actually like doing something in the living room with his kid, seen me out there trying to like, I don't know what the fuck I was doing. Girl, I ain't been in no snow in so long. Yes, okay, bread maker. I was snowing so long. So I don't know what the hell I'm really doing. I'm just like, great, I'm stuck in this SUV. And this man just really came out here and just like lighten my load. I had a girl one day, she ran out of gas. This man just went and got her some gas and filled her up to get her around the corner. Like men be out here doing some things sometimes, baby. Like, listen, let me get one of those ones right here.
I've
get the bread maker.
Sent him out to help before, not with snow or anything, but the last time we were at a grocery store together, the damn carts wouldn't do the thing, you couldn't separate the cart. And I mean, I was really like, fuck this store, we can go to another store. So he does that, right? This old lady comes behind us, right? And I know what we just went through. And I'm like, yo, you gotta help her. So then he helps her and she's just like floored, like, what? You really did that? And I'm like, you don't even know what we just went through.
But doesn't that like speak to a man's character when they operate like that? Like to me, it's no different. Like, let's say I had a birthday party, we're at a nightclub, and like if my man is available, I want someone to walk my girl to her car if it's dipped off. Like one, that's just what solid people do. Like, it's not about, oh, she's trying to sleep with her, he's trying to sleep with her. How about maybe she just doesn't want to get raped before she goes home today? Maybe that wasn't her parting gift she wanted from the club. I think it's like men that move like that, it's about just how they were raised. You know, there's people that do things and it's just like kind of like, you know, it's like they do things, they don't expect anything in return. I'm not holding the door so you can say thank you. It's a fucking common courtesy. There's certain things I just do. I say please and thank you when I'm places. You know, I try to be as kind as possible, especially when I'm somewhere being served. Because also too, I don't know, some selfish, when someone's serving you and you're warm and nice, so it makes they enjoy serving you. They find pleasure. They're going to serve me better. I want you to.
They're going to serve you better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like it's like this person is, you know, and then, but I think that just like that example with your husband, that just speaks volume. You're being able to say, hey, can you go do this or can you go do that? And as people, I think, you know, it's so funny. I have some couple friends, and the wife is always saying the husband, you know, everyone like really loves you and the husband. Everyone thinks that you guys are great. But one thing about me and the husband, we be showing up for shit. We show up for shit we don't even want to do. I'll be honest with you, I hire movers. I've not hired movers in a decade. Like I might pack up some stuff and then every now and then I might ask someone to move some boxes just so the movers can get to but other than that, I've always hired movers. I remember my homeboy and his wife were moving and he had to work and his wife actually came over there and helped her pack up some shit. And let me tell you something, that ain't even my style. I don't move shit. I don't lift shit. I'm the friend like you want somebody to watch your kids or you need to borrow some money or something. That's me. Do you want me to talk to you while you unpack? That's me. But it's like, but I will say this, that over the lifespan of me knowing her husband, he showed up for me like in so many different ways. Like, hey, I need you to drop this nigga off somewhere. I'm sick of him and blah blah blah. You know, but he's really been there as a friend and as a colleague. We worked at multiple companies together, and it's like so for him. I'm going to go help your wife because it's going to lighten your load. You're my friend. You know, she's cool. I'm going to go over and do all these things. And so I did the things and then I moved. And so I'm going to be honest with you. All I said is, you know, how I need help unpacking things. And then I did ask some of my guy friends like, hey, you know, my move was already $2,000. So I was like, if someone could just get some of these boxes, you know, I was moving around the corner. Just put it in the truck and we'll just put them in the garage, you know, and then once the movers move all the furniture and bring the rest up. And, for 3 days in a row, she told me she would come by. And not only did she never, ever come by, she didn't even call to tell me she wasn't coming by. Okay. But that was an example of like, you're not solid. That's why you don't have those friendships because it's about character. People go like, if someone's constant, like, I don't have this, I don't have that, there could be a reason. You're not solid. You're not showing up for motherfuckers. They're not going to show up for you. But even with him, it was like the other day, something came up. He's like, oh, I was helping such move. If you ask him if he can do something, he's going to fucking do it. Like, no matter what it is. And so that's why he has those relationships. That's why people love him. And out of the times, every time he said he was coming, he showed up. There wasn't no, he was there each time. Yeah. Because that's his character. And it's not because he's going to sleep with me or he can't, because that's never, ever been the dynamic of our relationship, our friendship. But it's like, I'm sorry, like I got his back. If there's something I can do and it's in my power, because friendship isn't about convenience. Being a good person isn't about convenience. It's not always about what's easy. You know, I think one day I had a friend that I'm short, right? So the day I had to climb a pallet to get to the water I wanted to get to. And then this lovely man whose wife is 5'5". Like I said, she's 5 feet. He's like, so you are a little taller, but I do experience having to get things down. Sat down a case of these, which there were 12, and these are 1.5 liters. He carried just did it for me as a courtesy. And I remember one day this woman asked one of my girlfriends if she could reach something. And my girlfriend really had is a former friend too, because we're not really friends anymore. But she had the nasty said, like, why would she fucking ask me that? Because bitch, you're tall and you're there. Like, did it really hurt you? Do it. Oftentimes people make such a big deal out of the most basic shit. Get the fucking thing down. Then you wonder why left and right your life is in fucking chaos and shambles. Bitch, you can't even do the most basic shit. So like, just a regular comment. Like, to me, it was like, that's why the universe never has nothing to do with you. Yeah. Never. Like, you do things without, sometimes I do stuff and I know I'm not getting anything in return ever. But guess what? My life is good. My life is blessed. Things like, whether you give it back to me or the universe, God, whoever, it's going to come back. It always comes back. Because I have, I have well over what I need. So the idea that everyone have to be skimpy or scarce or hold back or do just enough, it's just fucking crazy to me. or just that when I'm gonna get some pussy. You gonna give what you gonna give me if I open this door for you? If I buy you this sandwich, like get the fuck out of here. Like if I carry you, if I help you with this water,
If you help me with this water, I might give you a water. How about that?
a cold one, you know. Or even at one time, I'm a big like sometimes I overcook. So I'm not a biggest fan of like really. I try not unless I'm in a relationship. I really just don't try to volunteer my cooking bitch skills to men. However, if I overcook, if you're having a hard time in life, I will offer you some of the food. My other friends, I will make a phone. Hey, blah blah blah. I'm not the biggest leftover person. So and even my kids, they can want something, but they got like a 2 day or I think one day it was like Mia ate 2 steaks, then she wanted another. But the day I made four, oh, she was like, why would you make 4 steaks? Because you ate 3 last time and you were well, that's just too much. Like that being said, other make pasta. Okay, I ate the pasta 2 days in a row. I'm over it. Do you think you can do like something else? Can you do some rotel or what else you get? That being said, I'm have no problem with hey, I cooked. You want to come by and get a plate? I'll make you a plate. And I made some bread for you. Here's some beverages, whatever. I have no problem doing that for any of my friends. Or hell, my homegirls, you got kids, you ain't feel like cooking tonight? Here, I made this extra stuff because I don't measure shit. Here, come get that. But it's like just being a good fucking person is so under fucking rated. And even being a good person, then also having limitations on what you accept because you are a good person. Because even too, going on like you getting flued out by somebody you barely fucking know, and then you're like, well, I don't really want. Why would you allow someone to spend that kind of money on you and you ain't talking about shit?
That part.
Like if I know I don't want you
that I wasn't gonna do nothing.
Sometimes even like I joke, but I really genuinely mean this. A man being able to do things for me, meet a need, show up for me, like that's also to me a privilege. For me to like allow you to show up for me, be there for me, do something nice for me, because even too, who I am, I got to be able to reciprocate that. I got to feel comfortable reciprocating that. And maybe it's not in the matchy match, but it could be something intangible. It could be something else. You know what I mean? But that being said, I got to be comfortable with it. So why would I be accepting things I know I would never do that for you if I had it? But I don't, to me, there's a certain, like, I appreciate that. That's a kind gesture, but it's going to be a no for me just because I'm not in the business of taking advantage of people's kindness or someone's like, their feelings for me or whatever the fuck. Because even too, like we said, people think just because I say my love language is gifts, that's because from someone I love. If you just buying me shit, it feels weird. Now I feel like you're just trying to buy me. Am I a whore or a prostitute? What would make you think that just because you bought me something or you paid for something that meant like we was still don't like your ass, still don't know you?
No, I'm gonna skip the friend zone, Marie. I'm gonna
skip getting to know you. Like, nah, girl, let's fuck, and then I'm gonna bring up your water.
Yeah, nah.
You mean you not letting like you ain't let your man, your husband, bring up the water, reward him for bringing in the water with some pussy, like,
right?
Like that. That's not what y'all are doing. That's crazy. That's real wild.
Y'all are having the most difficult time in these relationships because you don't want to talk to people. I want to bring back house phones, but I don't want the separate bill. I want to bring back boundaries, but right now it's like open access for everything. I like that our iPhones give us an opportunity to put that shit on silent, sleep, do not disturb, and it'll leave me alone. It's still on. I didn't have to turn it off, but I put it away. I'm not over there right now. And I think back in the day when you went on a trip and had to call somebody when you got there, from your hotel phone or whatever, and then you had to leave a voicemail, and all these different obstacles really gave us a chance to talk to people. Talk to the people that we're in these relationships with, what we want, what we trying to do with them, and then from there, if you get stuck with a groupie, a gold digger, or a nigga bitch who just wants to be your friend, at least you knew what was going on. Right now it's just a bunch of confusion because people don't want to be honest about who they are and what they want. So, at least tonight, I really hope that you guys get more comfortable getting uncomfortable, because you got to have these talks. Y'all are making babies with people you don't fuck with. You know what? That's insane to me. There's people growing up in survival mode because you didn't have a conversation with the person that helped you get there. That's insane. But do you have any final thoughts for them before we close it out?
I hope your final.
Well, I mean, closing, but we can definitely bring back this conversation for sure.
Or final or something, but I really feel like you hit the nail on the head. And communication, having uncomfortable but honest conversations. I think that it's not just men and women, because women and women do it, men and men do it. There's so many, it's so much to what's not being said. There's so much is being said that's not being said, and it's also misconstrued, misunderstood. It's made up, because I made up what the fuck I think that this, you did this and this is what it meant to me, and the whole time they had absolutely nothing. Like, I didn't even what the fuck I thought. Oh, for real, that's crazy. And I see it, like, I don't even recently something happened where me and one of my best friends, we've never really ever had like a anything, and something occurred where I felt like it was something I wasn't really sure, and it was something she asked me not to do, but I couldn't tell if she was joking or serious, so I did it anyway. Like, so I did it anyway.
You were serious?
I thought that was, look, I sound like a man. I'm like, I thought it was a green stop sign. Huh? Okay, misread that, and it took me some time to even address, hey, is something wrong? Because now once I ask if something's wrong, now I'm opening the door for a dialogue, and I have to receive whatever she tells me, right? And I care about this person. I love her. So it's like, shit. I felt like my reasoning, why I felt like I did it was whatever. But then the fact that she felt how she felt really was like the biggest thing, where it was like, even when she explains to me why she felt the way she felt, because I'm at this new turn point, at this place in my life, I recognize that, like, you don't even owe me an explanation. You asked me not to do something, I still did it. Whatever my intentions were, like, yeah, they weren't malicious, but you asked me not to do it, and that's really how you feel about it. That's it. That's all that matters, But it was like the first time in our friendship where we really had to have like a difficult conversation. We've actually known each other since we were children, but we just never beat. There's never been like a thing. But healthy relationships run into problems. Like, you get mad at your kids sometimes. You have to talk to your kids. There's times you like, shit, I gotta talk to you. I don't know. Or even now I'm like navigating dating, right? And there's this strong woman in me that wants to be like, oh, this is what they're doing. Okay, well, I'm matching energy. And in therapy, I'm working on being vulnerable. So I really can't match energy, apparently. That's not right. I actually have to address whatever concern I think it is, and then just move from and give them an opportunity to either, because even so I was like, well, the catch is they might reject my ass or say whatever, this is why they did, like, I don't want you, or whatever, this is why I'm doing like this. But it's like, let them.
Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, I would find out sooner, but you don't feel like this behavior is just the answer? It's like, just say the thing. Like, I mean, if you feel like the behavior, you still, but the fact that you're wondering, like, just ask. Was like, I gotta communicate like a grown up and have like healthy, uncomfortable.
Yes.
And then I also say that comes with even stating your needs, because at times too, I think a lot of us, while we feel like we want some things, we've also been conditioned that maybe we're not worthy. You want what, or that's too much. And so you're afraid to be honest with other people. And sometimes you're not even honest with yourself. You think you want something, or even too, it's like, hey, it's also okay to say sometimes I'm not 100% sure. But then, like I said too, it's okay to say what you want and someone not be able to meet those needs, because now now they're aware. Like, there's this thing, I think I told you about that one time when the guy was like, I said that I felt like equity was important in a relationship, and he told me, then he got into this tangent about entitlement. And all I could think is I'm at this point in my life where I want to meet a man where I'm willing. His behavior, his character, his attitude, everything about him makes me willing, which means that he needs reassurance. He needs me to, some type of patience out of me. Hell, he needs me to make that sandwich. I want him to kind of have the kind of attitude where I want to go out and make that motherfucking sandwich and be the best fucking sandwich I've ever made in my life, because like he inspires that. He deserves it. I want someone that is deserving of all those, whatever your list is, I want someone that's deserving of that list, and I want to meet that list. So I'm no longer out here dating to try to shortchange anyone, give them the least. If anything, I'm just hoping they show up with their best so I can do all those things so I can meet those needs. And if you're not the person, I'm not going to waste too much of your time. I'm going to move the fuck around. But at no point am I trying to shortchange anyone. And at no point do I want to be in a situation where I'm afraid to have uncomfortable conversations. I want to have those conversations. I want to have those ones where make shit awkward and we got to go sit back and process it. But also understand I'm processing. It doesn't mean that something's changed between us. I just need a moment because I'm also a human being, you know?
I love that. I
Kind of
love that. Look, being the adults in the room means that, you might not have had it right the first time, right? And it's okay to be wrong. What's not okay is to be wrong, telling everybody you're not wrong, and then trying to get people to do the wrong thing. Misery loves company is not just some shit people say. That's matching energy, and I like that you would like to meet abundantly. You've got a lot to give, and then you want to receive. It's an energy that is it's going to duplicate itself. It'll just be like all of these explosions of stuffs happening over there with you when you find him, and not wanting to waste people time. Y'all got to appreciate that, even if you thought that this was the one, because you have time to go find that one for you. Don't get stuck on someone who's a fan of yours because you like how that feels, but you don't want to do the things. And then don't be a groupie for someone because you thought that they were someone else. If we can't just be friends, right? If we ain't even friends, it's probably not going to go anywhere. And then from there, where are we going?
She is so right. It's so exhausting. It's so exhausting. Please highlight. Yes, it is fucking exhausting. And I just don't have time. And I don't want to waste my time. And I don't want to waste your time. And like, I just want to, can we live? Can I live? Like, can I operate in a space that isn't scarcity and understanding that whatever I give out there, like I'm giving who I genuinely am. So it's not a loss if it's not you. And I accept the experience for what it is and move forward, and you too as well. Also, if your hands are full, you can't actually receive this really for you. So that's why it's very important not to force anything that's really not going to work, or trying to make some shit work when you just need to accept that, hey, oh, this is not it. Oh, okay. Thank you for your time. Thank you for letting me know quickly.
Yeah. I think that's big. Being the adult in the room means that we're going to be uncomfortable sometimes, but you don't get stuck there. A lot of y'all have minis that are using you as an example. Fuck what you said. How did you act? What did you do? And I would like to continue to voice my thoughts, opinions, and reflect on how I act. I like that we have these moments on Monday. Isla, we're gonna get you in here one of these days because I know you're not a millennial, but I just love you so much. And I think your insights to some of these conversations will be welcome. Outside of looking like a reverse Oreo, we'll figure out the camera.
But she's an adult and she adds value. I appreciate it.
She's wonderful. If you like the conversation, hit the likes. If you aren't following us on YouTube, do that. There's a bell for you to do that thing. And we will be back next week with another uncomfortable conversation about why you need to do the things that give you the title of being the adult in the room. Because don't you like it?
Ooh, I don't know if I like it, but somebody got to do it.
5 stars. No, 0 star.